Welcome everybody to TopLine's Live at 5. My name is Brian Devine with TopLine, and I'm excited to have you here with us today. I tried to do one earlier, and we had a bunch of kids running around screaming in the background, so I decided I should start over. Today we're going to be talking about video marketing strategy for your practice. And the reason I want to make sure that we're talking about video marketing strategy is because we do all this work with video, and it dawned on me that not everyone was going to automatically know why you would want to have video as a part of your overall marketing strategy, especially online and especially with what's possible with video today. So let's talk about it. It's really become extremely important, not just to have video so that people can consume your content, but it's also become really valuable when it comes to search engine optimization. Now, we've seen that if you have video on your website, it helps with just Google seeing your site as an authority. But more importantly, if you can get people to engage with your video, to watch your video, that means they're spending more time on your website, which in turn gives Google this idea that you are an authority, and then they move you up in search results. So time on site, the amount of time people spend on your website, has become a relatively important factor in search engine optimization, getting you found in Google searches. Now, that's probably one of the more important ones that I want to make sure you're aware of. The other one is that people really do get to know you virtually, and that's kind of one of the reasons that we decided to start doing these videos, because I want you to know that I'm a real person, that TopLine Management is a real company run by a real person, and it's not just some nebulous thing, so that you can engage, you can see what we're doing, what we're talking about, how we think, and what we're actively trying to do for our clients. So you get to do that virtually. You get to have people sort of meet you, and that's a really powerful thing to do. The other thing is that they get to see your practice. If you give them an office tour via video and you walk them through, that increases their comfort level. And if they are choosing between you and one or two other people, but they've had an opportunity to sort of walk through your practice and meet you, they're much more comfortable in your practice already, even though they've never been there. And it's highly likely they're going to call you instead of one of the other two. It also gives you an opportunity to really set yourself apart. And the key here is to be seen as the expert. If you're going to be talking on video, if you're going to be producing videos, sending videos so that people can learn more about you and what you do and your services, you become seen as the obvious expert as opposed to everyone else that just has, the boilerplate kind of content on their website. So it's a really important thing for you to consider. Now, what do you need if you're going to do videos? Well, there's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can have videos created for you so that you can do those hand-drawn videos. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's actually software now that looks like a hand goes and draws all these images and text, moves everything, and it used to cost thousands of dollars to do that. Now we can just do it with software, and it really isn't all that expensive. So that's probably one of the more powerful ways that you can do it to gain attention, to get people to stop and look at your video. Then we have explainer videos where it's simply explaining how things work, what you do, how it works, how you do it, all that kind of information. And then review videos. They're probably my favorite. And I'm gonna shoot this over here. You've probably seen this if you've watched any of my videos. I've talked about this before, but having review videos, having videos of your patient reviews is a real powerful way to stand out from the crowd. So when somebody is searching for reviews on an orthodontist, on a dentist, on a chiropractor, your video shows up, and they're much more likely to consume a video than to read. And because when it comes to the value of reputation, of reviews, it's sort of in order of importance. It's number one, videos have the most importance. Number two would be audio, because then they get to hear that you're a real person. And number three would be written. And that's why I wanted to make sure that we showed you that and kind of, break that down for you. Then, if you're going to do your own videos like these, it does not take much. Don't go crazy. You don't have to go buy the best camera, the best lighting, none of that. And actually, I've got a whole studio that isn't really set up for live streaming. So here I am with just one light, and the overhead light's not working. So you do not have to go crazy. If you have a good cell phone, an iPhone, an Android phone, that is going to have good enough video where you can just attach it to a tripod and away you go. Get yourself a good microphone. Now, I've got I don't know if you can see this one here. So I've got this. This has been a microphone I've been using for years. It's from Blue Yeti. It's called Blue Yeti. And you can probably just get them online. They're super cheap now, under $100 you can get it. They're really high quality. Now, when it comes to streaming like this, the quality goes down because it's streaming, and so it's being compressed and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to do a recording, a microphone like this is great. The other option is they actually, Rode makes a great little lavalier pin mic that you can put right on your shirt, plug it into your iPhone or your Android phone, and record, and it's going to have great sound. If you're going to go that route, make sure you give a couple of claps. And that way it's easier to sync your audio with your video. So if you're going to be doing any editing like that, or if you're going to send it off to be edited, so you can just send it to like Fiverr, and it's just easier if you've made the big claps, and that's why they call it a clapper, so that you can match the spikes in the audio with the video. All right, what else? Make sure you have a light either to the side of you or to the front of you. You don't want it behind you. You don't want like a big bright light behind you because you're going to get all washed out. And other than that, it's really just up to your ideas. Just come up with some things to talk about. Now, if you're struggling with ideas, with things to talk about, the fastest and easiest thing for you to start with are your frequently asked questions. What are your top 5, 8, or 10 frequently asked questions? Ask the question and then answer the question, and there you've got a great video that's going to set you apart as the expert. The thing that I really love when our clients do is what I call SAQs, the should be asking questions. When you come up with a good list of questions that your patients should be asking, you get to sort of seed the market with the information that's only going to come from you, that's only going to be right in your practice. And so, whether it's the type of treatment, your treatment style, whatever it is, sort of telling people to ask these questions gives you an opportunity to, obviously make yourself seen as more impressive, more expert, more authoritative when it comes to what it is that you're telling them to ask, because you're the one who's going to have the right answer. Because you're going to tell them what the right answer is, and then if that's not what they get, they're going to think the person they're talking to isn't as good as you are. So it's a great way to go. There's always testimonials. If you can get somebody to sit down or even stand and give you a testimonial, those videos are outstanding. So having just having an iPhone, an Android phone is plenty. It's going to work great. Streaming your events. If you do an event, stream some of it. Let people come and engage with you when you're doing that, because that video will then be available on any service that you stream. You can then, so if it's a Facebook or YouTube, then you can download it, you can edit it, you can put it back up, put it on your website, all kinds of great stuff. Tell me what your thoughts are. What do you think? What am I missing? What kind of ideas do you have? How have you used video marketing for your practice in the past? What have you seen work? What questions do you have? I'm here to help. That's it for me. So please ask away. Give me any information or feedback that you've got. And I look forward to seeing you next time on TopLine Live at 5. That's it for me. Bye for now.